수요일날 아침 4시 39분이 막 지나고 있습니다. 아침 또 있기를 또 해서 하루를 시작하겠습니다. Geography, Grade 3, Types of Communities. Lesson 10, Foods and Festivals. As you read about rural communities, think about how the people you live there interacted with the physical geography around them. Now we are at $700 million, which means we are $300 million from some player at some point making $1 billion. 240 speaking topics with sample answers. The most efficient way for me to learn a foreign language is to find a friend who is a native speaker of the language. A cultural guide to Korea, as told by students. Critics of nationalism should no longer think about nationalism negatively as excessive pride. The power of affirmation and the secret to their success. My children enrich my life in medical ways. The sweet spot, how to accomplish more by doing less. Ellen may never find romance at the age, for example, but his life is way easier when his wife is happy and his relationship is strong. 2002 ways to cheer yourself up. Pare down your possession to create a more tranquil feeling in your environment. "30 Lessons for Living", tried and true advice from wisest Americans. Each morning when I wake up, Each morning when I wake up, I just say, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Thank you for this day. This is wonderful. What will I do? What will I do with it? Because it's a great, because it's a great life. It really is, she went on. But if I see I'm beginning to feel bad, then I consciously started counting my blessings. And it sounds silly and simple, but it works. It doesn't pay to dwell on how much something hurts. If you pay attention to how much you have got going for you, that makes a great deal of difference. But basically what I have to do is will myself to think about all the great stuff that's going in my life, and that's a lot of it. I've come to be very much at peace with myself, and it's nice. Thank you for this day. What your fifth grader needs to know fundamentals of a good fifth grade education. Then you add these four subtotals to find the product. An individual is more apt to change, perhaps, than all the world around him. From the narrow foyer, whose floor and ceiling are also covered with leopard print, that one square foot entrance was of no interest whatsoever until we made it ridiculous, said the sea. One descended a few stairs into the warm dining room, which is just spacious enough for a few plaited palms and a circular wood and marble table made by Porta-Lupi. Foyer. The USA Customs and Institution. In paragraph 18, the verb rise means patriotic holidays. In addition to the birthdays of Lincoln and Washington, Americans celebrate four other patriotic holidays: Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Flag Day, and Independence Day. Use the ministry nuts and bolts, mastering the ministry behind the scenes. 3 meaningless tasks. Three meaningless tasks will not add up to one meaningful task. Stumbling on happiness. As we are about to see, we may live at the fulcrum of reality and illusion, but most of us don't know our own address. We may live at Official Guide to the Smithsonian, a water feature that paid homage to Tiber Creek, which originally ran through the site. Study abroad, the Insider's Guide to get the real story on preparing for an exciting international adventure. Again, domestic flight might leave from a different airport, necessitating a crosstown trip that consumes enough time to make an overnight stay necessary. Here comes everybody. Like many of the aspects of social tools, this pattern of experimentation appeared first, not in services offered to the general public, but among software programmers. Who killed the creativity, and how can we get it back? 7 essential strategies to make yourself, your team, and your organization more innovative. A moment's reflection make it clear that we are consciously aware of only so much at any one time, yet we are able to do many things automatically. 101 American English Proverb. When the cats are away, the mice will play. Some people will misbehave when they are not being watched. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Memory power up. 101 ways to instant recall. Ask yourself this question to help stimulate your sensory and emotional memories. What did I see? What did I hear? What did I smell? What did I touch? What did I taste? What did I feel? $212. The extra degree. Extraordinary results begin with one small change. During the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, the margin of victory between a gold medal and no medal at all was men's 100-meter freestyle swimming, 0.29 seconds. Stepping up, how taking responsibility changes everything. Of course, many bosses really do want to be surrounded by people who won't challenge things, but my experience has been that this attitude is not the norm. It's not the norm. The law of attraction, the basics of the teachings of Abraham. When you think about something that pleases you, by the law of attraction, other thoughts that are similar to it will begin to come forth. Aspects of Britain and the USA. Students who obtain their bachelor degree, graduate, can apply to take a further degree course, usually involving a mixture of exam courses and research. Faces of the USA. Abby will finish your story at home this evening, while Elijah does your homework. Strategies for Global Success, the Cosmopolitan Corporation. One of the energies engineers at Global Tech's Indian office explained that when meetings reverted into German, his ability to contribute was cut off. The five love languages of teenagers included the five love languages personal assessment tool. A far better approach, in my opinion, is for parents and teens to agree on a weekly or monthly allowance. Exploration in American culture, readings for critical thinking, writing, and the discussion. Women by virtue of the availability of such outlet as crying for the expression of pent-up emotion are likely to suffer from fewer uh, psychosomatic disturbances than men. Show me how to survive outdoor life. Navigate with your watch. No compass, no problem. A trusty wristwatch can point you in the right direction. How to live, how to be productive without burning out. Positive intelligence, creating sustainable performance. Manage your energy, not your time. 9 ways successful people defeat the stress. how to be productive without the burning out. Eat the small meals and the light snacks every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. Shut down. How COVID shook the world's economy. Uh, Populists love drama. The values of happiness. How employee well-being drive profits. Three highly successful business models of Chile's Land Airways. Life's work. The games have naturally created some uh, internal tension. Internal tensions by delivering bad news along with the good, which can be demoralizing. Demoralizing. Seduced by success. Seduced by success. How the best companies survive the nine traps of winning. Hence was quoted as saying, we come in at 11th of the hour, but we are not going to do the 365th SUV. We are doing the sports car of sports utilities with the on-road performance that is comparable to our other cars. The 100 simple secrets of great relationship, what scientists have learned, and how you can use it. Master your fears. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's are three hits, one after the other. Master your fears. Recycling. Some bacteria eat the oil. All money means to me is a pride in accomplishment. Korean heritage. The firstborn advantage, making your boss order work for you. If you play the comparison game, you no sooner get to the one plateau than you set your sight on another. Are you ready to succeed? Unconventional strategies for achieving personal mastery in business and life. Since these forms between them, boast a majority, boast, boast, boast a majority of large companies as your clients. You learn a great deal about how decisions are made at upper echelons. Doing agile right, transformation without the chaos. We reward learning from failures. Portland, disappearing landscapes. Between K and P, you can see a small number of houses, chapels, and neglected cemeteries. Magnificent mind at any age. Natural ways to unleash your brain's maximum potential. Treated anxiety, depression, memory problems, ADD, and the insomnia. By optimizing your brain function, we can all develop these qualities of a magnificent mind enjoyed by the world's most successful and happiest people. Increased memory and concentration, the ability to maintain warm and satisfying relationships, undiminished sexual desire and performance, goal oriented perseverance, better impulse control and mastery over potential addiction, free flowing creativity, and the ability to relax and enjoy life's pleasures. Stick together, a simple lesson to build a stronger team. Love also helps with having more patience, understanding, and the desire to succeed together. South Korea US kick off annual joint military drills. An Apache helicopter hovers over U.S. Army Garrison Humphrey, uh, U.S. Army Garrison Humphrey in Pyeongtaek. Speak with competence, overcome self-doubt, communicate clearly, and inspire your audience. Pause allow the audience to process their own thought and respond. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I covered it in my book, Speak and Meet Virtually, which also has very practical tips for real life meetings, including how and whether to encourage audience participation. But we frequently prevent our listeners from responding by not giving sufficient time to do so. Knock your socks off answers, solving the customer nightmares and soothing nightmare customers. I have a guaranteed reservation. What do you mean? You gave my room away. 20 something manifesto. Quarter life to speak out about who they are, what they want, and how to get it, overcoming expectation hangovers. When I wrap my arms around myself and embrace the woman within, I realize that I have found a love that lives right now and will last forever. Overcoming. World Book, the Encyclopedia Saving Certificate. We have a plan to protect your investment. Opening doors, your passport to career success. Global MBA ranking 2011. The ranking is based on data from two main sources, alumni and schools. Power Talking, 50 ways to say what you mean and get what you want. Simple, direct, powerful, and effective. His easy-to-use tips will show you how to replace ineffective speech habit with potent, results-oriented communication and send you on the road to greater accomplishment today. Ineffective speech habit. High Plains Tango. It seemed to be the working. NLP, the new technology of achievement. Neuro-linguistic programming. The sound of wonderful Mary's voice echoed around Mary's head. Are you smart enough to work at Google? A database does the same thing with the information that people have stored on a computer or the internet. The power of body language. How to succeed in every business and social encounter. But the most important characteristic of attractiveness for both symmetry. The Soulmate Experience, a practical guide to creating extraordinary relationships. Most of us don't like being told what to do. As that resistance builds, it will eventually suffocate the spontaneity and the uh, passion right out of our relationship. Restful Sleep, the complete mind-body program for overcoming insomnia. Raw, unrefined sugar, available in health food stores, is preferable to refined sugar. Making sense, conversation on consciousness, morality, and the future of humanity. A firmly established galaxy of brilliant minds orbiting Sam's shared but solar intelligence. The more they have and the more they earn, the more people are satisfied. What makes people satisfied is conventional success. Focal point, daily priority setting. The essence of all time management, personal management, and life management is contained in your ability to set the proper priorities on the use of your time. Daily priority setting. Presentation in everyday life. The white, the Hispanic, the black, the Arab, the Jew, the woman, the Native American, the small farmer, the business person, the environmental is the peace activist, the young, the old, the lesbian, the gay, and the disabled make up the American quilt. The Way of the World, a story of truth and hope in an age of extremism. The shared human identity. The shared human identity, after all, is carried most reliably and most often through common experiences and rituals of family. Rituals of family. Great day every day, navigating life's challenges with promise and purpose. How would this affect your approach to life? Leadership in turbulent times. A book like Leadership should help us raise our expectation of our national leaders, our country, and ourselves. Emotional design. Why we love or hate the everyday things. People who separated politically would often separate socially and emotionally as well. Range. Why generalists triumphed in a specialized world. None of this is to say that hedgehog experts are unnecessary. Hedgehog. Illuminate, harnessing the positive power of negative thinking. In less than 1 hour, On had managed to find out the real reasons behind Judy's resignation and had enlisted a partner to help him illuminate other problems. Popular proverb sayings: six of one and half a dozen of the other. To err is human, to forgive divine. People make mistakes, but only something greater than we can forgive us. To each his own. Each person has her or his own unique inclination or idiosyncrasies. Time changes. See, times change and we with the time. Time times change. Personal finance and investing. You are guided to organizing your finance. It should also provide a projection of how much you stand to retire on. If you continue making contribution at that amount and retire at state retirement age. Proof the beast proof beast parrot every time. Proof. Fill the pipeline with the future stars. The talent the issue. coaching, a comprehensive blueprint. That is a brilliant. That is brilliant distinction between the two. Between the two, the 100 ways to create the wealth. Think open hand. A man there was, and they called him mad. The more he gave, the more he had. And Landers 101, and makes things better. Does the sin complainer know I am embarrassed that I am in his way and avoid traveling because of it? Because of it. 25 days to better thinking and better living. A guide for improving every aspect of your life. What beliefs would you hold dear? Hold dear. Essays that will get you into bidding school, a step-by-step writing program. If you are having trouble choosing a situation, consider the following guidelines. Choose something that has happened recently. Delving too far into your past is an obvious. Make luck happen. Make luck happen. Create the effective, consistently lucky person who practice leadership through structured problem solving. It matters not your gender, your ethnic or religious background, your orientation, or your social status. Why men don't listen and women can read maps. Going to lunch. Women calculate. Going to lunch. Women calculate who had what for lunch and each pays a share. 4 steps to building your future. Communicating your brand. Communicating your brand will get you discovered, and the internet is a great tool for doing so. Dictionary of International Economics. Placing. The process of issuing shares through an intermediary, usually a stockbroker or syndicate. The subtle art of not giving a fuck, a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. And it was this feeling good about themselves, in spite of the reality around them, that gave them the sense of justification for hurting and disrespecting others. The McKinsey mind. Understanding and implementing the problem-solving tools and management techniques of the world's top strategic consulting firm. Let's explore the impact of positive and negative comments on performance using a graph to illustrate the hypothesis. based on our own experience. Our own experience. The complete microbiotic diet. 7 steps to feel fabulous, look vibrant, and think clearly. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents and extended family. Extended family. I declare 31 promises to speak over your life. God said that to each one of us. Is there anything too hard for me? Quantum healing, exploring the frontiers of mind-body medicine. Meditators achieved their deepest relaxation quickly. Wounds of the body, a manual for life. Such forms of fibrocystic disease, benign breast tumors, affect about 20% of women between the ages of 20 and the 50 years. 50 years. The Consulting Bible. Everything you need to know to create and expand a 7-figure consulting practice. Determine what the outcome should be, and when you and the client will measure to determine the efficacy of the training. Efficacy of the training. Upper room. Thought for the day. God's grace is God's grace. God's grace always available to help me make a fresh start. Fresh start. Thought for the day. I will take time to name my pain and joy and surrender it all to God. Prayer. Dear Lord, give us the wisdom. Give us the wisdom to see what actions we can take today to find and offer joy as we surrender our future to you. Amen. The art of success. We see this in nature. We see this in nature. At dusk over Rome, hordes of starlings take to the skies. Take to the skies. The world according to the opera. Balance, that's why I don't have children. San Francisco's neighbor, visit in struggle. Crime blunts progress of Oakland as alternative to expensive city next door. Blunts. Everything is negotiable. How to get the best deal every time. Whichever way you make known your desire to sell an item, you still face the problem of actually negotiating a price for it. What can you hear one can you dare? How successful people become even more successful. Pulling out the stops, in which leaders learn how to apply the rules of change and what to stop doing now. Outside pegging in Pukchon Hanok village becomes tourist hotspot. The building behind the inner patio of the house of Paginje, which is reserved for women of the household. Patio. Fear Trump in the White House. In another discussion with the president, Xi unveiled a Commerce Department study showing the U.S. absolutely needed to trade with China. Irresistible, the rise of additive technology and the billions of keeping us afoot. She isn't puritanical, but she's seen the apex of overexposure firsthand. Puritanical. It can be more difficult to get your hands on these cookies than it is to reserve a table at Tatiana at Lincoln Center, and the demand has necessitated an online ticketing system known as Yaketing. Where eager Yakwa consumers place orders with independent business. Shops in Korea can set out in 60 seconds. From Asian Korea with a timeless flavor, yakwa, a glossy it cookie tastes of ginger and honey and is the best homemade glossy. The motivation myth, how high achievers really set themselves up to the win. Ask him, he'll tell you. Just playing team. So no, you don't need to know the pro. You emulate. Salad, cooking light. To prepare salad, combine broth, lentils, and bay leaf in a saucepan. Bring to a boil. The element, how finding your passion changes everything. We are all born with a deep, instinctive capacity for language, which is activated almost as soon as we draw breath. The secret language of obedience, how to read anyone in 3 seconds or less. Decipher hidden meanings.